What's poppin', y'all? I'm actually re-recording this video, so drop a like, leave a comment, sub if you haven't already, to support my work because they took me down. Apparently, I was playing the Ash Greninja music in the background, and the anime Pokemon company was like, nah, don't do that. So, yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed. This video might be a little bit briefer than usual or not as in depth as the initial recording, but I'm still going to try to cover everything and talk about everything and all the cool, awesome new changes I made for Greninja. So, yeah, if you are new here and this is your first video of mine, make sure you pause the video and read the description. If you're returning, I shout out to you for coming back. I appreciate it. Let me know who you are um, in the comments down below. But yeah, if you're new here, pause the video, read the description. It's got bullet point lists explaining the basics of the ROM because that'll answer a lot of your questions that you might have. Also, yeah, I'm kind of sick right now too, which, anyway, man, I don't know. I'm just frustrated I had to fucking re-record this thing because I literally tried bulk recording like 20 days worth, so I didn't have to worry about this. But whatever. Greninja, yeah, comments down below. Oh, also, last thing if you're new here, sorry, is to check out the move guide if you have yet to do so. Super, super important. On the link down below in the Google Sheet. Make sure you give this a look and just scroll and look through it. Yeah, so Greninja's super dope. He retains two abilities from Vanilla and Versatility and Battle Bond. Of course, Battle Bond is reworked. Honestly, Battle Bond is really fucking busted for an in-game context because all you have to do is get one kill and then you're kind of just going crazy. You also have tons of multi-hit moves to break through Focus Sash, and with +1 speed, you don't need to worry about running like a Choice Scarf or a speed boosting item at all to sweep. So you can literally just come in, click any move to like knock out something slower, or a priority move to knock out something faster, and then you can run like loaded dice with Fury, Swipes, Pummel, Wallop, etc. You also have other multi-hit moves like Surging Strikes, and the coolest one and the most exclusive one is Water Shuriken. So Water Shuriken is reworked to essentially be sort of like a special Surging Strikes in some regards. It's actually a little bit different though. So it specifically synergizes with Super Luck or with Scope Lens. So it's a 3-hitting move that will always crit if you hold a Scope Lens or you run Super Luck. But without it, you're only getting 90 base power on paper because it's a 50% crit, right? Technically, yes, you could go for the raw Water Shuriken and bank on getting like one crit, but that's very unreliable, especially for such a frail Pokemon. You should always run Scope Lens if you need the crits, because, like, for example, if you need the crits to kill something in front of you, you run Super Luck or you run Scope Lens. So yeah, Scope Lens Battle Bond is good with Water Shuriken or Super Luck, and then obviously Versatility, aka Protean, is just incredible always. Especially with Move Relearner, this thing goes even crazier because you can slap on any of his wide array of coverage moves and kill things. Even in the early game, which I'll cover a bit later. But yeah, Super Luck is also super dope with Aqua Cutter, Laceration, Psycho Cutter, and X Scissor, and Night Slash and Cross Chop and Slash. So you have Dual Stab, Night Slash, Aqua Cutter. You can essentially just slap on Super Luck, and then those become 120 base power moves, and you can run any item you want. You can run a Life Orb, Choice Band, Choice Specs, whatever, Focus Sash, etc. So that's all super good. I also chose to buff up the 137 speed, as you can read. I chose to buff that up because I want it to really, really outspeed like the AI no matter what. So because you're only getting 20 speed heavies and you're not guaranteed a plus speed nature, I wanted to make it sure that Greninja, unless you get a minus speed nature Greninja, your Greninja will always outspeed base 115. So that's why I gave it a 137 speed. So it's a very strong, obviously, like Glass Cannon sort of Pokemon. Not that it doesn't have any utility, it does. I'll cover that, I guess, at the end. I mean, there's not too much to talk about with that, to be honest. It's just stuff like Taunt and Flip Turn and maybe some Acid Reflux. I would say earlier in the game, because your bulk is more serviceable as like a Frogadier for that point in the game. You can do some like poisoning stuff or roleplay shenanigans early on. I don't know, a couple things once in a while with Teamlocked. Again, if you don't know what Teamlocked is and you haven't read the description yet, pause and read the description because it covers like why being such a versatile Pokemon in this case would be super useful and just the overall balancing philosophy of the game. Yeah, so flavor-wise, I chose Super Luck. I mean, honestly, he's got like the whole Shuriken, like ninja vibe going on, and I wanted to have him use crit moves, but there's already Water Dark types with Ruthless and or Sharpness, so it's kind of just like, all right, I gotta pick Super Luck then. And I think, although it doesn't make like insane amounts of sense flavor-wise, I think it makes enough sense for Greninja to have Super Luck. Sorry if I'm like, I'm so congested, man. I didn't want to record this, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Yeah, so Battle Bond is super strong. You could also do some like Endure, Pinch Berry, Belch Battle Bond strats. Belch gives you +1 special attack each time you click it. And again, you have you have Water Shuriken as a special move to like break through Focus Sash and stuff like that. So you could do like Belch, Endure Pataya Berry, for example. Endure, get +1 special attack or +1 speed. Belch, kill whatever's in front of you. Now you're +1/+1. Then you get Battle Bond, and you're +1/+1/+1. You're now you're +2 special attack, +2 speed. So you're going absolutely crazy. Or if you did Pataya Berry, then you're +3 special attack, +1 speed after a Battle Bond, right? So super strong. And at that point, you can literally just sweep through the whole team. The only thing that would stop you would be in Quick Claw, which is a good reason to run Endure. But you already used your single Endure PP for the berry, so that's the downside of that strategy. But yeah, with Endure especially, Greninja with all these multi-hit moves to break through like other sweep stopping things. So for example, sweep stopping stuff like, okay, the AI has taunt or other anti-setup on the lead, but the thing is Greninja doesn't need to set up, he needs to get oh my god, he needs to get a kill. And then he can Endure on the Quick Claw, assuming that the AI Mon doesn't have like a sleep-inducing or para-inducing move or something like that. On their Quick Claw Mon, and then for all the Sash, Sturdy, Multi-Scale, Energy Shield, etc. Pokemon, you can just cheese through those, in theory, with your multi-hit moves. Obviously, it's not always going to be that easy, but, you know, you have Fury Swipes Pummel Wallop with loaded dice for physical, 100 base power options with multi-hit, and then you got your you got your Water Shuriken, and then you got your Surging. So keep in mind, all of these Wicked Blow variants that they get at the end of the game in Surging Strikes, Night Days, and Torrential Pulse can't be used twice in a row. So you can't spam Choice Specs or Choice Scarf or Choice Band with those. You have to switch your moves. However, because Greninja is so fast, it's really cool to be able to switch between like a Surging Strikes or a Torrential Pulse, or, for example, Hydro Assault and Hydro Cannon. Those are physical Draco Meteor variants. Sorry, those are Water type Draco Meteor variants, both physical and special. So what you could do is, because you're so quick, you can click like a Hydro Assault, then switch right to your Hydro Cannon, and then you can click the crit moves after that. So, you don't even have to bother with all that setup stuff or anything with versatility. Depending on the boss fight and the matchup, you can totally just click like your strong stabs and just kind of go crazy from there, right? Also, I just realized I should put Low Sweep and Wrap on the same layer, or whatever you want to call it, the same line. Double hit didn't fit, but anyway, alright. Terra Normal would also be pretty dope, so keep in mind you're not guaranteed any Terra type, you're just supposed to RNG it, but Terra Normal specifically would be cool if you pulled it, because you have Fake Out, Quick Attack, Double Hit early game, and then you've also got like Fake Out E-Speed and Slash. Fake Out E-Speed is very strong, obviously. So the thing is, Fake Speed is already great with versatility, but with Battle Bond it would go kind of crazy, because you could like Fake Out E-Speed to get a kill, and then you get +1, you can kind of go from there, right? Or you could even just do like Banded E-Speed, Battle Bond, or some shit, but if you got Terra Normal, this is just hypothetically speaking. But most of the time, you're not going to get that. It's a 1 in, say if you exclude Water and Dark, it's a 1 in 16 chance. But yeah. Yeah, Fake Speed's great with versatility. That's pretty cool. Again, he's a full-blown mixed attacker now. He can turn into all sorts of different types. Poison, Rock, Flying, Ground. He's got tons of strong moves for that later EM too. Fighting, Ghost, Ice, Ground especially. He's got like that Mud Shower, Mud Bomber and stuff. Dig as well. Bug, I already said Ice. That's basically it. Grass, technically with Grass Knot and stuff. Psychic for extrasensory, stuff like that. You guys get the idea. So that's all really fun. I like the idea, just being able to change your type whenever you want. Keep in mind this is the nerfed Gen 9 version of Protean versatility, because essentially you can't get stab on every move. You get stab on the first move you click, and then you have to switch out. But I think that's like a totally reasonable. If anything, number one, that could be beneficial, and then number two, it's definitely more reasonable. I think it's a more fun ability to use in that regard, because it encourages switching out and switching back in and pivoting around and stuff, which is always cool. Yeah, even like early game, you got like a 90 base power bounce at level 13, which is super cool on like even Froakie and Frogadier with versatility. You've got your Wrap and Sludge Fling, Low Sweep, Think Fast, Shadow Sneak, Extra Sensory, Smackdown, all these cool coverage moves early game, Force Waves, all these really cool things you can take advantage of. So yeah, I definitely made sure to make sure that Froakie and Frogadier are fun to use for the early game. Frogadier especially being incredibly fast. You can do like Endure Pinch Berry, Pataya Berry stuff with Torrent because he's so fast. That's incredibly strong. You can do Tactical Retreat stuff once in a while. That's good to just be able to get a free pivot, for certain boss fights, certain matchups. It's always good to have that ability. Keep in mind you also do get Flip Turn and U-Turn, but being able to switch it in and not have to click a move is really useful. And you got versatility, which is good or reliable. So Yeah, I think I've covered pretty much all the important, super important stuff. Again, I could talk more about things like, yes, there are technically a bit of a broken like sweeper style mon. That's just because of battle bond and the way that works. To be honest, super luck is really cool to get those guaranteed crits on Aqua Cut or Laceration, Psycho Cut, X Scissor, Night Slash, Cross Chop, Slash, and Water Shuriken. Um, yeah, that's the main use of Super Luck is for those moves. And keep in mind, all of those moves will also guaranteed crit with a Scope Lens instead, so you could still run them with Battle Bond, but you have to keep in mind you can't run your item at that point. Yeah, this guy's strong and cool and fun. So, thanks for listening. Shout out to you if you made it to the end. There's a few more things I want to touch on, but I'm tired as hell, man. I've been packing and shit. And I'm a little sick. I'm actually not even sick. I think I just wake up. I'm waking up with like a sore throat. You get a little doozler at the end of this video if you made it to the end, so shout out to you guys. But yeah, the rest of the videos after this one are going to be all bulk recorded like 20 days in advance. But this one I gotta do it. I had to do. So, alright, y'all. Peace. Appreciate y'all for watching to the end. You can make sure you drop a comment if you did. Let me know who you are, and I'll be back for more coming up. Peace, y'all.